Hello everyone, I'm joined here today with Dr. Martin. Dr. Martin, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, great to be with you, Zion.
Good to be with you too. It's exciting that we've made it to this far. You with your first year as presidency, and I'm about to graduate.
Congrats on graduating, by the way, a major accomplishment. But yeah, we both come pretty far this year.
Thank you so much. All right, so starting with those questions I had for you. When we spoke in the fall semester, you mentioned that you wanted to take a step back and absorb as much as possible about the college within your first few months here at FSC. What insights have you gained thus far, and how will those insights shape what you will do for the college in the future?
I think one of the most powerful insights for me is how much has been consistent about the college since its founding. So I like to tell from our origin story that confidence and grit defined the place, that Led Spivey had the confidence to write to Mr. Frank Lloyd Wright and invite him to create a temple of education here in Lakeland, and that our students had the grit to lay the brick to bring Mr. Wright's designs to fruition. And so when I tell that to folks, when I meet our students today, I think that they have those same traits, the confidence to dream big dreams and the grit to lay the brick to achieve them. One of my favorite quotes from a prior president that I worked with was, "We change to advance that which we value most." And I think that's very true at Florida Southern. The changes that have happened over time have gone to instill that confidence and grit in each successive generation of students.
So the sense of community here at FSC is definitely unique. You mentioned that coming into FSC as president, you wanted to foster a strong sense of community. Are there any recent campus events or initiatives that you felt have done so?
I wouldn't pick out any singular event. One of my favorite things is actually walking the sidewalk. So I try to walk from the president's office across campus at least once a day. Don't get that done every day, but most days. And so what I genuinely enjoy is students will now look me in the eye, smile as I'm coming by. Spoiler alert, my greeting is happy whatever day it is, so happy Monday, happy Tuesday, whatever it is. And some students have started saying back to me, happy Wednesday, and I don't know that they would have said that when we started the semester. So just thinking about that and what it means to say, hey, listen, we live here in community, but what an incredible thing it is to live and learn here on the shore of Lake Hollingsworth and with the people that we get to do this work with.
The last time that we spoke, you mentioned how previous experiences and your mentors shaped the way that you lead. Are there any challenges, or were there any challenges, difficult moments this year that you experienced in which those experiences and leadership, mentorship, all of those things assisted you?
So one of my mentors had a great quote, which is, my job, he was a college president, my job is to put everyone here in position to do their best work. And that was how he viewed the role. And so there have been a number of things. There were hurricanes at the beginning of the year. There have been any number of things throughout, working with faculty, working with staff, where there are just moments where you have to make decisions and those kind of things. But I think that advice stays with me more than anything, is the notion of my job is to put everyone else here in position to do their best work. And I think trying to approach that consistently, where folks know if they come that there's going to be, that's how I'm going to approach it. I'm going to say, hey, how do we answer this question in a way that's logical and rational, but that we can do for the entire campus community and be consistent with. So I hope that's something that I hope that that's something that's been evident in what I've tried to do this year and will be for a long time here at Florida Southern.
It truly has been evident. You also mentioned that a long-term vision of yours was to cultivate a culture of teamwork. Are there any potential strategic goals in the future that will help with that plan?
So absolutely. So when I describe great teammates, I say they do three things. They show up, they give their best effort, and they celebrate others. And so have spent a lot of time this year truly just trying to show up. And I hope people appreciate that I'm giving my best effort, but also that we're doing a lot of celebration of the great things that are going on here. When you think about the long-term future, it's calling other people into that teammate relationship. So the notion of, look, our students possess the same confidence and grit that they did in Led Spivey's time, and every generation of students here as well. It's the notion of calling the broader community into that relationship of saying, hey, we need your support, whether it's through scholarships or internships, of all those sorts of things, to imbue those qualities in this current generation of students and help them to graduate in a position where they're ready to launch towards their best success path from Florida Southern College. So truly, the long-term cultural thing is I viewed myself as the college's chief success facilitator, and it's calling others into that relationship that I think is most strategic for the future of the college.
That's awesome. All right, Dr. Martin, final question for you. Now that you've had time to immerse yourself into all that FSC has to offer, has your vision for your legacy evolved? What do you hope that the faculty, staff, and students hope to remember from your first year as president?
Well, you've heard me say this before. I hope that my legacy is that people talk a lot less about me and a lot more about the great things that are going on at Florida Southern College. So I recognize I'm the president, people are going to want to know those kind of things, but I hope that people talk about, have you seen the incredible work that the students are doing at Florida Southern College, that the faculty are doing in the classroom and in their scholarship and research, that the staff are doing and working with the community as a whole, and all those sorts of things. So what I hope my legacy is that Florida Southern is in big, bold print, and that people think about that more so than they think about anything that I individually might have done or been part of.
I truly love to hear that. All right, Dr. Martin, it's time for another lightning round. Morning person or night owl?
Neither. Well rested throughout the day, but as I age, I am more of a morning person.
Very valid. Go-to comfort food?
Lovebird chicken.
Same here. If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Branch Rickey, how you lead amid dynamic change and still create championship culture.
Favorite Florida sports team?
Tampa Bay Bucks.
Book or movie? What's your preferred way to unwind?
For me, it's a book. If it's with the family, we watch a movie.
Which Harry Potter house are you?
I'm a Hufflepuff, but I'm the proud father of a Ravenclaw and a Gryffindor.
Last question. What's one word you'd use to describe Florida Southern?
Home.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in, and thank you even more so to Dr. Martin for joining me once again.
Good to be with you, John, and congrats on your graduation.
Thank you so much.